Alright, today we're going to be talking about the Joestar bloodline and why it makes no sense, but it is the most beautiful thing to ever exist. Alright, so first we're
Three,
starting off the
two,
parents. We got
one.
Dario Brando and Dario's wife. You know who they have? Dio. Dio, this guy right here, okay? And you know what they do? Nothing yet. We're not getting into that just yet. We got George Joestar and Mary Joestar. Who do they have? Jonathan Joestar. We know this for a fact because he's right here. And then we come down here, and Jonathan got with Erina Joestar, a beautiful lady, if I might add. They get together, and at one point, Jonathan dies. Jonathan dies on a boat, holding Dio's head. But we're gonna get into that because that's what this part right here is about. And then, okay, they have George Joestar, but the lady, Erina Joestar, who saved the baby on the boat, pirates on a boat, saved the baby on the boat is Lisa. That's the baby that Erina saved. Erina saves Lisa. Save. Imagine that says save and not whatever that is. So then George Joestar and Lisa somehow meet each other, right? And then they have Joseph Joestar. And then Joseph gets with Susie Q in part 2, and then during sometime between part 2 and part 3, they have Holly Cujo. A beautiful lady, a good mom. And then she meets Sadao Cujo, which is Jotro's dad. He's also a jazz musicianist, and that's why he's not in part 3, is because of the fact that he's out doing a worldwide tour. He's actually currently in America, I'm pretty sure. And then this is where it gets real weird, because now we go back to Jonathan, okay? And then he gets with Tomoko. Now that Tomoko is in the picture, Tomoko is technically a stepmom to Holly Cujo, right? Weird. I know, it's really weird. Stepmom to Holly Cujo, even though she's like 20-something and she's 30-something. Yeah, but don't worry, it gets worse. You see these guys down here? Josuke Higashikata and Shizuka Joestar? Well, guess frickin' what? This one's adopted. This one's an affair child. Now that this one exists, this one right here, Josuke Higashikata, is now the uncle of this guy. Okay? Now get ready for this. Get ready for this, okay? Shizuka Joestar is now the aunt of Jotaro Kujo. When they find Shizuka Joestar, she's like 3. No, she's still a little baby. She can't walk. She's like maybe 1 or 2, okay? Okay, now that we got past that part. These two beautiful characters, we come down here and, oh, what's that? Grandparents of Jolene Cujo. Nah, I'm just kidding, guys. Don't worry. I am just joking. They're actually the great uncle and aunt of Jolene Cujo. Isn't that crazy, guys? Isn't that absolutely bizarre? Okay, anyways, now that we got these guys out of the way, since this is gonna blow your mind. Since these are the uncles, right, and aunts of these guys, this guy right here, Jotaro Kujo, I already said this, but then that makes the great aunts right here. But then it gets worse because we have to come all the way back up here to when Dio takes Jonathan's body and becomes just Dio. So he meets 3 unnamed women, right? He meets 3 unnamed women. We don't know any of them. It's during part 3. He has Ungolo, Rikiel, and Donatello Versus. And then he has Giorno's mom, and then we get to have Giorno. These are all the brothers, non-biological, technically half-brothers, technically 3/4 brothers of Joseph Joestar. Yes, I know, this is very confusing, because you want to make this even more confusing? Giorno Giovanna, that guy, Jotaro's grandpa. Donatello, Jotaro's grandpa. Rikiel, Jotaro's grandpa. Ungolo, Jotaro's grandpa. Giorno Joestar is Jolene Cujo's great-grandpa. And he's younger than her. But only because of the fact that Dio Brando is using Jonathan Joestar's DNA. If he still had his own body, all of this side would have zero connection to this side, okay? That's all I am saying. None of this makes sense, okay? Let's not get into the green baby. Okay, let's get into the green baby. Okay, so I know this says that I don't know over it, but guess what? We're gonna go over it anyways. Okay, so the green baby is a mix of Dio's bone and a green, like, egg thing based off of one of his stands, which I think, I don't know actually where. I think it's literally like a divine being. But either way, so Dio Brando bone. So that makes, okay, so give me 1 second, y'all. Dio bone. Alright, so Dio's bone, quite literally the bone, it goes into green baby egg. Jojo. It goes into this. Okay, that's a bad picture. This thing, and then it makes another Joestar. So therefore, there. No, that's it. There it is. So this baby is technically Dio, right? So that means this baby is also like technically like. Let's see. Grandma, great-grandpa, great-great-grandpa, great-great-great-grandpa, great-great-great-grandpa to Jolene Cujo. But she fights this. She fights this guy, right? And then I don't know about these guys. I don't know about these. He gets beat up by the KKK. Actually, no, he does. For having a dark-skinned brother. Yeah, they're brothers. Don't worry. Doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to you. I don't think it's actually... Anyways, where are we? What have I said and what haven't I said? Okay, so we're gonna zoom a little bit more a second. Alright. Ooh. How long is this video? 7 minutes. We can make it 10. Alright, cool. So, oh my god, there's just so much to it. You see all these different lines? I don't even remember what half of them mean. I like this one right here. Oops, this brown one right here. I don't even remember what this one is. I know what this one is. It's explaining that she's the stepmom to Holly Cujo. And how these are half siblings and half uncles and half great uncles and aunts. But like George Joestar technically related to Dio because of the fact that Dio, everyone here that is a Joestar besides Lisa, Suzy Q, Tomoko, Sadao, an unnamed lady, and her, they are all related to Dio technically because of the fact he went in Jonathan Joestar. Now here's the kicker. Jonathan is also technically Giorno's dad. Same with this guy, same with this guy, and same with this guy, which makes this guy right here also technically Jonathan. Okay, I don't... It's weird. I know I've said that like a lot, but it just truly is. It's not normal. Yes, you could even say it's bizarre. Alright, I think that's it, actually. Let's see. What's this one? Yeah, grandparent. Dio being the grandparent of Joseph. Oh wait, what is this one? Okay, wait. Oops. What is this one? Okay, so Tomoko. See, oh yeah, Tomoko's technically the step grandmother of Jotaro Kujo. Jonathan Joestar, great grandpa of Jotaro. Yeah, we got that much covered. All right, I think that's it. We've gone over all the lines, except for this one. Oh wait a minute. This one's real confusing because I think I got it wrong when I made this originally. Ooh, give me 1 second. Give me one. Uno momento, por favor. Oop, wrong tab. I definitely got wrong. This line right here, do not listen to. I remember it now, and it was the fact that she would technically also be her stepsister, but that's completely wrong now that I think about it. I'm pretty sure. I had some connection to it at one point, but I do not remember what it was. Yeah, that should be it. I think that's all the lines covered. Ignore the orange line. Alright, that's the Bloodline and how it doesn't make sense. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. We're not getting to this one. We're not ever getting into this one. Don't even think about it. Okay, you see this right here? You see that? Yeah. No. I'm gonna get one of these. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Thank you guys for coming on a YouTube video. Watch all my other ones. They're pretty cool, I'd say so. Yeah.